Hello everyone, we had started the free online classes for ECF and forest ranger exam preparation. And firstly, we had taken the subject chemistry. Topic wise, we are dealing with it, and according to syllabus, we are picking up each and every topic. The very first topic we had taken was rate of chemical reaction. This is the part 4, so let's get started. As we have already learned, the rate of chemical reaction is change in concentration of reactant per unit time or change in concentration of product per unit time. The change in concentration of reactant will always be negative, but change in concentration of product will always be positive. With the time, with the change in time, the number of reactant or concentration of reactant get reduced and the concentration of product get increased. If we have to learn about the unit of rate of chemical reaction, as we have already studied, the rate of chemical reaction involves a concentration, and we know the unit of concentration. The unit of concentration was mole per liter, but the rate of chemical reaction is taken more accordingly with the change in concentration per unit time. So we have to take time as well in unit. So the unit which we have to consider here is mole per liter per second. So guys, rate is never going to be constant because as we know, since number of reactant gets changed with time and it gets reduced with time and it causes collisions among the reactant, the number of collision will be high if the number of reactants are more, but with time the number of reactants get reduced at it undergoes changes and becomes product. So as the collision started, the number of reactants becomes low with the time and vice versa. So we can say that rate of chemical reaction is never constant. It changes with time. When reactants are more, the rate of chemical reaction is more, or the speed of chemical reaction is more. And as the number of reactant get reduced, rate of chemical reaction gets slower, or speed of chemical reaction becomes slow. So you can take a rate of chemical reaction as a differentiation of concentration of A, differentiation of concentration of B, as we have already learned about the example A plus B. These are the reactants that undergoes chemical reaction and forms a product C plus T, and the change in concentration of each and every reactant and product, we can take it as differentiation. So differentiation of concentration of C and differentiation of concentration of D. Vice and versa, we can take all the concentrations differentiation for calculating the rate of reaction. Now we are going to study the graph between the reactant with respect to time. As we know that when the initially the at zero time interval, the number of reactants are maximum. You can see this point. The number of reactants are maximum, and with respect to time, the number of reactant get reduced. So you can take the differentiation of x with respect to time t for calculating the rate of chemical reaction for this particular graph. Now let's just take an example. For example, hydrogen gas is taken as reactant. If we are taking any uh, matter as reactant, then the rate of chemical reaction will be negative. That I have told you earlier this, that the rate of chemical reaction will be negative because the concentration of the reactant are reducing. So we can take that minus of d by dt of H2. If we take iodine as product, then the rate of chemical reaction will be positive d by dt of change in concentration of I2. As we have studied the graph between reactant and time, number of reactant and time, now we are considering the graph between uh, time interval and the product. Since initially the number of product was 0, so we can say that with respect to time the number of product is going to increase. Okay. Tomorrow we will going to study the factors affecting the rate of chemical reaction. These lectures are going to help you to prepare for mains examination also. Thank you guys.